Right, Cozy is really one of the unique rescue cases here at Chimp because I did not rescue him in Africa. I found him in Europe and Italy. All right, so JGI France tracked Cozy down where he was kept in a trailer home in the province of Ancona. And when I found him, I realized that he was a real desperate case. We needed to get him out as soon as possible. Now, I spent 18 hours in the back of a truck with Cozy, and during this trip, we became real good friends. And so that was the starting point of a great relationship to put me in a position to teach him and rehabilitate him to the point where he could not walk when he was at the sanctuary, and today he can climb almost any tree. My favorite Cozy story is actually right in the beginning when I had that 18-hour truck drive with Cozy from Ancona in Italy to Germany. I sat in the back of the truck with him, and I had to make sure that he was drinking and eating because it was 18 hours. I just couldn't leave him in the back of the crate without food and drink. So I was sitting with him, and I was offering it constantly to him that he would take it, and he was screaming at me. He was just giving me warning barks to stay away from him. And at some point, I barked back, and he sat back, he sucked his thumb, and then he came up to the bars and he started eating and drinking from my hands, and he changed completely, and it's like he realized, or some light went on in his head, and he just realized that I'm not one of the bad guys, I guess. I'm not sure what he was thinking, but that was the start of a great relationship. I think one of the things about Cozy that we might not, or the viewer might not have seen about Cozy, is the fact that he can be really sneaky sometimes as well. I mean, one day he had a dead snake inside the enclosure, and by the time he figured out that the snake is actually dead, Zhao was walking up to him, and he waited until Zhao got really close, and then he flipped it right onto Zhao, and Zhao just freaked out because Zhao didn't know the snake was dead. And so Cozy pursued him and kept on throwing the snake at him. That was really funny. It just shows you that funny side of Cozy, where he's always a goofball, but sometimes it's just for fun's sake. I think Cozy's taught me a lot about friendship. I mean, that you don't have to be a chimp to be a good friend to another chimp. You don't have to beat it into a chimp that he needs to adhere to you and he has to follow your orders. What I have with Cozy is special because, you know, we're friends because we want to be friends with one another. I don't force him to be friends with me. I don't force him to listen to me. He wants to do that. He wants to have that interaction. And I mean, it's kind of weird for a human to sit in the tree just next to another chimp and just be. And it's so great to have that social interaction, the grooming, all of that stuff with an animal that sees you as his equal. So I think Cozy taught me a lot about the human-animal relationship. You know, I still have a lot of critics when it comes to Cozy because they'd always say that, you know, in the beginning they said he'll never get to where he is now. And now they're saying that he'll never get to where the other chimps are. And I don't think that's true. I think Cozy will advance, he just will take a little bit longer to get there. Now, will Cozy ever go back to the wild? I don't know if he'll be able to get to that stage. I don't think so. I think his place will be here at the sanctuary. But we'll get him to the state where he'll be part of a bigger family group, and he'll have a real big important part of that family as well.